Good morning, guys. Ever dreamed this place here? Today I wanted to do something kind of cool, and I have for you something what I think is pretty special. So I started Valheim here not that long ago, and wasn't real sure what I was doing with the game. So the thing I like to do the most, however, is build. Yes, build. So we have. I had come across a video by a gentleman named Zeroster. The video was published on June 28th of 22, so it's not that old. And he showed off this pretty cool castle build that he built. So I thought I wanted to try it, and we'll show you. I'm just gonna pop his video over here on my second monitor here. Oops, my second monitor is not showing it. We'll go here. I'll show you on the main monitor here. So this is his video. I'll just give you a quick kind of clip of it. And he's got a farm, a little blacksmith hut, and then this little spot for your blacksmithing. And I really like the layout of this, and I was looking for something to put into my my second Black Forest area. So I decided to take a shot at it. Zeroster, if you ever happen to see this video, this one is for you. I took your idea and I kind of ran with it, and this is what I came up with. I'll drop this in your comment section so you can check it out if you want. Cool. So let me show you kind of what I'm working with here. We were watching some Adventures with Purpose on the side, so ignore that. If you guys haven't seen their channel, they are definitely worth watching. They are doing a lot of good in the world, and I enjoy watching their videos very much. Jared Lysick, you ever end up watching this? Love your videos. Alright, so what we have here is, I started out with what I call the base camp. So this is pretty much the stereotypical base camp that I set up anytime I build something. Now I will tell you guys that I built this in dev mode. I had the materials on hand to build it. It took roughly 3 carts of wood, 4 carts of wood, 4 carts of stone. It took a lot. I also used dark wood, so I ended up farming a lot of tar, which I have a plains base for that. Uh-oh. What am I hearing? Sound like a troll? I'm not good at fighting trolls, guys. I hear you. Where are you at? We gotta deal with him first. If he comes over here and stomps my base out again, I'm gonna be pissed. Oh, he's way over there. So we're just gonna drop him. This is kind of a junk character, guys. Alright, so this is the base that I came up with based on Zeroster's design. Again, video was published by Zeroster on the 22nd of June 22. So I did the same type of entrance, since I built it on these rocks. So I still have a little bit to do. I have to go, I'm gonna moat kind of around this. So that's why you see this kind of high over here. but I have dev command on, so I can do this. You will see that we'll start from here in the same way that his video did. We have the blacksmith hut there, we have the main quarters, there's a farm there, and then there's a spot for animals. And I will show you guys a walkthrough on the actual place here. So I used a lot of dark wood because I absolutely love the look of it. I didn't go as intricate on my arches as he did because I like the look of these walls in the dark wood, and I wanted to still see the stone as part of the showcase. I inset the torch lights into each of the alcoves so it could be visible from a distance. When I actually play the game and aren't just trying to build stuff and do that sort of thing, I find it hard to see my base from far away, so I thought that would be a cool way kind of to make it more visible. I like these green lights. A certain note though is I did build this only with stuff that I have access to, so even though I was in free build when I built this, all of the wood and basically everything that I had to build this I already had on hand. I just didn't want to continually repair my pickaxe, etc. So walking in the entrance here, you have the farm over on the side. I have 2 boars in here that I'm trying to... Oh, they died. Oh, I typed in kill off. Well, I was taming 2 boars. We'll go grab their meat. I'm not too worried about that, I guess. We have a little farm area here, which I'll tame more boars later. I've got a couple of honeybees set up there just to get some extra honey in. We have a farm over here and a maypole for just the comfort level. And plus I like the look of it in the farm, it kind of adds to it. So starting, kind of go clockwise here. The farm area looks like underneath each of the stairs I had a little alcove, so I put in some lights and some cages just to make it look kind of a little more detailed. I actually did the same on this side, so if you look into the animal spot, it's all lit up with the 2 torches there. From there, you head into the main quarters. All my lights will go out if it's raining. I set up this main quarters slightly different from what he did. There's a window behind these. I use these orange banners, kind of like curtains, though. I love doing this in all my builds. So I left the storage open. I didn't cover it up like he did, but I did cover this one up. I put wards all over this so people can see it online. I moved the hearth out. I kind of extended these cages out from the hearth to give them a little bit more of a look. And added this window here. There's a portal there, so it's lighting up. I haven't really used these boxes for anything. Similar to what he did, I put the workbench and everything up here. It's all kind of laid out in just a circle. I put 2 fermenters behind over here. I didn't put the door there that he did. And I added this kind of a little close off for the fermentation area. Secretly, behind you as you come up the stairs, there's 2 storage boxes here that I was able to slip in the floor. So since I thought that looked pretty cool, I did that. And yeah. Some of the lights aren't working because they're misplaced or they're bugging out. Yeah, this rain sucks. Nobody likes listening to this. Now, eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up down to a ship dock. So I can get I only have the carve so far. So I haven't built the long ship. I probably have enough iron to build the long ship. Like, I've been farming iron since before I even got the swamp key by hitting the ground and... Uh-oh. The enemies do have a hard time getting to this place because of the wall buildup of stone here, so it's the other reason I kind of left it. I'll build the ship dock once I mine all this rock out, so I know exactly what I'm working with. Alright, so now he's dead. Anyways, so the portal back to my regular base is here. So this will take you to the original base. If you've seen my previous videos, you'll know what my other base looks like, and I will show you guys that at the end. This is the smithing area, so I added a couple of things here. I was able to change up the direction of the stone concrete floor on here. I added these little pillars here kind of to cover the spot where you can't really fill in without it popping through the other side, which is cool. I liked the look of it in general. My initial plan was to actually cover the one here with the kiln and just have the kiln facing this way in the corner, but I couldn't get it to snap or to free place. Unlike his video and Zero Steer's video, a lot of my stuff is freehand placed, so a lot of this stuff isn't per se snapped. So a lot of what you see, some of it, obviously I use snap points, but some of it's freehand placed as well, so, which took quite a bit of time. And yeah, you can see the fire extends all the way out here. So from the smithing area, I have these ramparts. This was my favorite part of his build. So I added the staircase, and I used the dragons on the end of the stairs. It's actually my favorite part of this whole build, is it just looks bad. Like, I gotta be honest, this fort is menacing at distance. I do know that the wards are facing the wrong direction. I wanted them to look out, and I just didn't turn them. I updated the chimney design slightly on this building here because the fire kept going out. So I inverted a piece and put that there so the fire can also extend out that way. It doesn't make a huge difference on aesthetics overall. In fact, I thought it kind of looked cool, so I left it. Instead of the window design he had, I put in this more bay looking window, and I'm actually going to update this here eventually, I think. I'm going to do some stuff on this build. However, I put these two standing braziers here, and the two standing braziers, when you're not lit on fire, just kind of allow the base to be seen at a distance. Like I said, if you're out that way farming it and it's nighttime and you're trying to get back to base quick, it can be real hard to see your base. So I put these up here so that, if the weather is nice, you can get back pretty easily. I also put stairs up here, so if you end up getting... most of the rest of the base is protected by these rocks, so I've already had 2 invasions while I'm out of dev mode, and most of the mobs can't get past this layer of rock right here because of the way that it is. I mean, they'll throw stuff at the base, but it's not enough to really destroy the base. Aside from this little spot here, and there was one other spot, I can't remember where, but it's pretty easily defensible with the weapons that I have on hand, which is an iron sword and this, what shield is this? Bondage shield? Yeah, bandage shield. So, and like I said, everything I'm carrying is what I've earned in the game. I did, though, TLDR, I did use dev mode to build this because I didn't want to keep having to repair my pickaxe, etc., etc., etc. It took like 44 repairs on my pickaxe and my hammer to build this. So there's a big copper vein right there that I have to mine out, and a big bit of stone. if I want to. That base eventually will go away. I don't need it no more. I just got to move all the stuff from the boxes into here. And you can actually walk down that. There's a copper vein there that I got to go mine, you know. And then I picked this biome because it's close to a mountain. So going up that way is a mountain, and I've got to get into, I've got frost resistance potions now, so I've got to get up in the mountains and start getting silver. Well, I got to beat the third boss to find silver. I can use the hammer trick, I'm sure. So anyways, this is what I ended up coming up with. I'll give you a quick zoom through, and I'll post this in Zeroster's comment section. Brother, your video was wonderfully put together, like all of them are. I've watched quite a few of your builds now, and I enjoyed every last one of them, but this one struck my fancy as something I really wanted to do, so I built this. I'll give you a quick once over. I also put a window here into the house. I really like that idea. I actually have to snap that on this side. So if you guys have been following along, I'll be doing more of these builds too. Like, I'm enjoying this game a lot. And I kind of ruined this seed at the start. Both my bases got stomped on by trolls because I built them in the wrong spots. And then, just as a quick bonus before we go, I wanted to show you guys the final bit of the cheater cabin. So the last time I uploaded, I did a showcase of a cool kind of build thing that I did. And so this is what the home base is looking like. I put up a bunch of stone walls because it kept getting attacked by, all of a sudden on day 100, 5,000 mobs kept coming out. But this is what I ended up with the cheater cabin. So this is the cabin that I was just pre-building for fun. Eventually this will get removed. It's not going to stay. Like I said, I'm trying to keep this, everything else that you see here I built with materials I had on hand and farmed myself. However, this one I really just wanted to test my building prowess and see what I could do. So this is how the cabin came out. So I'll show you guys this one as well. I'll give you a quick walk around of what it looks like. So the way that the fires work is if the smoke particles are blocked too much, and again, somebody else did a video on this, and I don't remember who it was, but the fire going on and off basically works on if the particles are blocked at the top or not. So to make that work, I've got these two shutters here, and that allows the particles to roll out and the fire doesn't go out. I found out that works pretty well, and so that's how I managed a flat roof. It's because there's actually a roof inside here to block the rain from coming in, but then the smoke can actually roll out the side. Yeah, and actually in Zeroster's castle build, he does the same thing, kind of with the slanted roof on the chimney. It kind of directs the smoke particles to a different direction and then comes out the top. So again, props to Zeroster. You're my new favorite builder. The detail on your video was excellent. So inside the cabin here, I'll show you guys kind of what I had going on. This would be like a storage area if you wanted. So you could either decorate it out, or you could literally just put a couple of boxes here. And like I said, oops. I don't have anything with me because I removed it. Anytime I do free build, I remove all my stuff so I don't get any extra stuff. So you could put boxes here if you wanted. Technically, wouldn't matter. So, yep. So the bed's on a platform. Underneath the platform, there's more storage boxes. I kind of decorated it out with these core wood poles, so it looks like an actual bed. Kind of clipped the bed headboard out of the wall. If I was going to do something, you know, what I would do is I would fill this in just a little bit, so you could, you know, make this look like a headboard somehow by maybe freehand placing like this or something. Kind of get what I'm putting down. There we go. And then depending on how you're feeling, you know. This would be one of those things where I had this actually decorated before I came in here, but I forgot I had to undo it. So in order to get this to sit where I want it to, I would have to go. Another builder pro tip, if you guys ever want to be able to see your cursor, just go to the repair hammer. Yeah, see, you can do the deer rug. Right there. If and when you get access to, then you just break that. Now it looks like you have a bed with some covers. Anyways, again, I did the curtains over the window just as a practice run, actually. So I ended up covering the bottom of those with these boards. So what are you doing, guy? What are you doing, guy? My dog. So anyway, just a quick showcase, you guys, on what this cabin actually ended up coming out looking like. If you enjoy kind of what you see here and you want to use any of it, go ahead. I freehand placed these gates inside the windows to make them look like it is possible to get these to not clip through. Just as it's really precise on where you stand though, so I didn't mess too much with it here. If I was keeping this, what I would do is I would flatten probably one side or the other, and I would put your animal pen and your garden on the other, on one side, just kind of together, you know, or maybe animals, garden, you know, raise this up, what have you. Some people wanted to see, one of my people over on Twitter wanted to see my ship docking area, so I will show you that. It's nothing actually special. It's basically just a stone castle with some iron gates, and then my ship chilling right here. I actually have two of these, so and then I have a wood fire just to have warmth if I'm working in here on something. The forge in here was temporary, so for the most part this stays out of animal or monster hands. They don't really attack it, but I like the look of it. So, and then on the other side of the river there is another, and this is all the stuff I stashed before I built that castle. A lot of stuff. What I've been doing is farming the swamp, and I have a base just for that. If you haven't seen this house yet, by the way, this is my main first house that I built. This one was actually hand built from scratch. So my forge and my workbench are over here. Shout out to the guy who showed me you can actually store all your workbench stuff underneath in the ground. So that's where all that is. You see there's one set of tiles here that's misplaced. That's where all my workbench tools are. They're actually under the floor. Yep. Extra storage in case you're going through the portal and can't carry something. Always. And then my initial set of storage was in here. Upstairs is the bed, and then my portals to everywhere else. Eventually, on this house, I will probably end up building, like, I want to build a watchtower with portals to everywhere, so I can just have one central location. One of these will take me to my swamp. Elder, so probably this one. I think I labeled this one wrong. But I have a tree house in the swamp, which allows me to farm race at night, yes. So, anytime it's nighttime, you can come out here and you can shoot race with the bow. They're almost always here. You can already hear them. And this base isn't anything too much. I built this little platform here. It's built out of iron on the bottom, so it's pretty stable. And then the race, actually, for some reason, the race can't get in here. So, yeah. You could just free shoot them and get the chains and other stuff. But there is actually pretty much nothing in this swamp biome. There's not a single crypt here. It's decent for farming body piles and hitting the ground on respawn to get copper and iron. Whew. And frame rate sure I got so much stuff in here that my frame rate bombs. And this thing's a 5950X and a 2070 Super, so shouldn't have that many issues. And then here's the portal to the fort, along with an extra storage room that I'm eventually going to organize my storage into a kind of a just locked castle here. But I wanted to show you guys that quick showcase. I know it's just a quick 30-minute showcase. Want to take a minute to thank ZeroStir for the castle, idea. came out wonderful. Let me know what you think. If